What Band-Aid on my nose? The show must go on. Hey there! Welcome back. It's time once again for the golden age of DC Comics 365 days, where I take this beloved coffee table book given to me about 2 decades ago by one of my best friends. It has been surfing my coffee table ever since, and it's been a constant source of comic book shop style conversations, the kind that we used to have on any given Wednesday, which used to be new release day. Thanks, DC Comics. They do it on Tuesday now. You know, people just got to be different. I'm using this book for its intended purpose. It's a 365 days book. We open the book to today's date, which is August the 27th. We are going to look at some comic book art from an antediluvian age. We are going to read the blurb, then we are going to talk about comic books. Wetting my whistle, literally. It's tiring work, you know. And we're going to talk about comic books every day for the rest of the year. The golden age of DC Comics runs between 1938 and 1955. The silver age between 1956 and 1970. The copper age, the bronze age, I'm a bronze age baby, runs between 1970 and 1985. And then the copper age begins in 1985. I get this information, these standards of the ages, from the glossary of this year's Overstreet comic book price guide. I feel that's a really fair place to start when defining the ages, because the closer we get to now, the more nebulous the terms get. I refuse to accept that the modern age has been going on since 1993. I think there's just way too much history and way too many changes and way too many comic books to just shoehorn that into some literal 30-plus year bubble, this 30-year bubble. I don't buy that. There are at least 2 different, maybe 3 acts in this story that we need to address. But shut up and start talking, Sully. I also do something called the escapism caveat. You'll find it at the end of the program in the corner. I gave it its own dedicated video. Please excuse the quality of my voice lately, or even my energy. I got a bad case of con crud in mid-August, and it was really hard to shake, and I'm still kind of feeling it, I guess. So wish me some luck. Send me some good health. Genki, as my friend Wakazashi's Tea House in Japan says. It means it's good health in Japanese. So yeah, let's get to it. It is August the 27th. I hope you're having a great day, and I hope you're clobbering your problems and not being clobbered by them. Indeed. We got some super anthropomorphic superhero familiar friendly fun today. We've got Hoppy the Marvel Bunny. Yeah, that's Hoppy the Marvel Bunny. It's let's talk about him. It's art by Chad Grothkopf. It's from Hoppy the Marvel Bunny number 11. He had his own series from May of 1947. Let's read this blurb. Created in 1942 by Chad Grothkopf for Fawcett's Funny Animals, Hoppy the Marvel Bunny was popular enough to have his own comic book by 1945. The artist called the Muscular Rabbit a takeoff on Captain Marvel, designed to capitalize on that character's tremendous success. Hoppy even used the magic word Shazam and, apart from his species, differed from his inspiration only because he had a steady girlfriend, Millie, as seen here. So yeah, he had a bunny girlfriend. Yeah, I mean, my mind, I'm stopping at all the bad jokes in my head. But that's Hoppy the Marvel Bunny. I've grown up seeing that and always a bit like, huh? But also, I think Hoppy might be one of the first sidekick companions to a superhero, because Crypto, the super dog, does not premiere until March of 1955 in Adventure Comics 210 in a Superboy tale. And it was a one-shot, but the character proved so popular that he was brought back. And it was Krypto, the Superdog. Jor-El, the Kryptonian scientist, was testing his life-preserving rocket, and instead of testing it on his baby Kal-El, who we know as Clark Kent Superman, he tested it on the family dog, Krypto. And this satellite was blown out of its orbit and ended up in Smallville, Kansas, at Superboy's age, when he was a young lad, a teenager, and he's a boy's best friend. And Krypto has been the Superdog ever since. There is also Ace the Bat Hound. Let's look up Ace the Bat Hound. His first appearance was Batman 92 in June of 1955. So these two characters come in right at the end of the Golden Age. Yet Hoppy, the Marvel Bunny, seems to predate them both by a decade or more. Let's see. Superman had a big family of super pets. There was also Streaky the cat, and that was Supergirl's pet. He premiered in Action Comics 261 in February of 1960. There was Comet, the super horse, and that was Supergirl's horse. And you know the whole myth of girls and horses, because then you have to believe that there's a social construct called a girl, and then you have to believe there's another social construct called a horse. You see where I'm getting at? Yeah, you gotta better watch what you read and watch what you think and watch what you believe. I'm just messing. But this Adventure Comics 293 in October of 1962 was the first premiere of Comet the Wonder Horse. There was also Beppo, the super monkey. Yeah, a monkey from Krypton. It says Krypton enjoyed the same evolutionary history as Earth. Humans descended from monkeys. And so there is a Kryptonian super monkey named Beppo. And his first appearance was in Superboy, issue number 76, in October of 1959. They also formed, all of these, the super pets formed the Legion of Super Pets. Yeah, and there's a whole list of them. And Hoppy, the Marvel Bunny, is on that list of members. There's Wonder Dog, Talking Tawny, who is also another Captain Marvel super familiar. He's a Talking Tawny is a tiger, and he walks on two legs, and he wears suits, and he's very erudite, and he has a very say professor-like manner to him, the way he speaks. He's very super smart. There's Detective Chimp, probably the best detective in the DC Comics, and he's a common chimpanzee who wears a deerstalker cap and a tweed coat, and he's just this wonderful, wise-ass character. Who's Rex the Wonder Dog? Rex the Wonder Dog has been sometimes been compared to Superman's dog, and he was created in 1952. And the list goes on and on and on. Also, the terrific Whatsits is there too, and we all remember him. He's the turtle form of the Flash. I also have a little bit in this 1998 magazine. This title-wide crossover called DC 1 Million. It was DC 1 Million was really interesting. It was started in November of 1998, and it featured a future version of the DC universe set in the 853rd century. It's chosen because that is the century in which DC Comics would have published issue 1 million of their comics if they had maintained a regular publishing schedule. This is basically a huge Justice League of America story, having a crossover between the far, far future Justice League and the modern day version. This was written by Grant Morrison, 1998, 1999. But this is a tale called Tales of the Legion of Executive Familiars, where we have a descendant of Crypto the super dog, and it's got a wonderfully normal superhero story. This little mouse here has the ability to replicate himself and into many versions of himself or themselves, and it ends up in the beginning they're not friends, and this rodent has infiltrated the headquarters and has caused chaos with the entire rest of the legion of super familiars. Familiar is another term for a pet. A familiar is basically actually kind of like almost like a witchcraft kind of thing. But look, there is the rodent who's replicating himself, and he can collapse back into himself too. But at the end of the tale, it's the super rodent that saves the day with their powers and bails out the legion of super familiars and is included as part of the team. That's an old story, but I guess it's just how you write it and just how you do it. Unfortunately, there was no Marvel Bunny in the 853rd century. Maybe by then they have to call him Hoppy the Shazam Bunny, if you know what I mean. All legal reasons and copyrights, infringing and trademarks and what's nots and stuff like that. And we've been talking about comic books, and we're going to talk about comic books every day for the rest of the year. So tune in tomorrow, 3 p.m. U.S. Eastern, and we'll find out who we're talking about when we turn the page tomorrow. Like and subscribe. I would love to earn your subscription. We make daily content here. We often talk about gratitude, purpose, spirituality. I'm a professional chef. I share a lot of my soups. I'm also known by now as the Sultan of Soup. It's an honorific, and I am honored. This is true. And thank you so much for tuning in. God bless. Namaste. Good luck. And we will see you tomorrow again in these funny pages. Ciao. Bye-bye.